Politically this weekend, Jeb Bush, Donald Trump got into a whole lot of trash talk if you missed it. It all started when Trump took a shot at Jeb's brother, George W. Take a look.
When you talk about George Bush, I mean, say what you want, the World Trade Center came down during his time. If you look at Sandy Hook,
you can't blame George Bush for that.
He was president, okay? Don't blame him or don't blame him, but he was president. The World Trade Center came down during his reign.
Look, there's a lot of things. Sorry, there's a lot of things to be blaming 9/11 on, right? So the Clinton Foundation had some mishaps here and there. They said back in the 70s we were funding Osama bin Laden and people like that. But you kind of have to it's not fair for him to say that, but at the same time, you wag your finger at the person who's the head of the
Well, there are questions, too. There's a lot of conspiracy theories. It looks like Donald Trump may have dialed it back. Jeb called those comments pathetic, and Donald did seem to take it back a little bit on Fox News yesterday. We want you to take a look at this.
Jeb said, we were safe with my brother. We were safe. Well, the World Trade Center just fell down. I'm not blaming George Bush, but I don't want Jeb Bush to say, my brother kept us safe, because September 11th was one of the worst days in the history of this country.
Okay, Raven, we know you just commented on it, but do you guys think that he crossed the line by hinting that 9/11 was a failure of the Bush White House?
I think that part of what I think it was a little harsh for him to blame George Bush for that, because he did do some stuff. The country got united after this. He did do some things. He passed the Patriot Act and other things. But I think being a president, there are things that come along with being the president. If something good happens on your watch, Osama bin Laden, you get the credit for it. If something bad happens on your watch, the oil spill, they blame you for it.
Katrina, there's people in the industry who blame George Bush for it.
So I think there's a lot of things that are be on his legacy.
I think it's a cheap shot, Candace.
I don't know what this is doing for Trump. I don't know why he has to bring this up or talk about it, because as someone that is looking at the Republican candidates, I'm saying you're going back and forth within the party
and on Twitter.
And to me, it just sounds childish. I really want to hear what's your opinion on the things that you can make a difference about now.
He said if I were president, it would have been completely different, which I think in hindsight is so blame Jeb.
A statement that way?
Why would you? First of all, listen. I hate that Trump is making me defend George Bush, but here I go. You cannot point a finger at George Bush when, first of all, people used to even say that he was sort of the there were puppet masters kind of controlling him. So let's point at the puppet masters over Bush. He could not control that. That was something that was planned from way before his administration. And also, why point a finger at Jeb?
Let me tell you why. Because when movies fail, you blame the main star. You don't blame the writers. You don't blame the producers. You don't blame the directors in the public eye.
That's a different analogy.
To me, it's the same thing.